What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, DS1 Alliance. Shout out to y'all. Welcome back. Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Y'all tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, y'all. As always, I'm your gracious host, DS1 Ross. And I'm here. Afternoon. Quick stream. Just to let the people know that we really need to consider the true elders of the conscious community. The real scholars of the conscious community. You have a lot of them. Before the House of Consciousness came on the scene, you had the original House of Consciousness that wasn't about entertainment, that wasn't about false narratives, that wasn't about just making money and AdSense. You know, it wasn't about pillaging the pockets and the minds of our people. They were the ones who really laid down the foundation to what a lot of these new fake scholars use, write books about, and take it as if it was their information. So today, I want to talk about one of my favorite, the master teacher, Bobby Hemmitt. And the name of this stream is called Bobby Hemmitt Told Us. Bobby Hemmitt told us. And what I really want to get into today that he specifically told us was, I remember Bobby, he did a lecture, I'm going to say about maybe a year or two. I can't really say for sure, but I know it was in the early 2000s. And it wasn't that long after 9/11. And all the things that we deal with today in America and most of our big cities, he said that these things were going to happen from the effects of 9/11. He said that they were going to implement the Patriot Act. He said that they were going to go to war and that our civil liberties will be suspended. He spoke on all these things years ago. And see, a lot of people always thought Bobby Hemmitt was pseudo, and that's these new dudes. Pseudo is a new term. Pseudo wasn't being really talked about when the masters was around. You didn't hear Bobby Hemmitt saying Phil Valentine was pseudo. You didn't hear them saying Aline Bay was pseudo because they couldn't understand or comprehend something. So that's a later term that came with Sinetta and the HOK. But Bobby, he told us that a lot of these things we see today in society with police, how they were going to have a full-out onslaught on Black people. They were going to kill us in masses. He spoke on these things. And one thing he mainly said that stuck with me, and this is why I'm a lone wolf when it comes to consciousness, this is why I'm a lone wolf. Because Bobby said this: do not join any pro-Black movements. Don't join any of these groups. Don't join the Hebrew Israelites. Don't join the Moors. Don't join the Hemmitts. Don't join the Nuwapians. Don't join the Zulu Nation. Don't join any of these organizations out here that they consider pro-Black. And he said because later on, they're going to implement laws to start deeming these people terrorists. And if we've been following the news, the FBI have came up with this new Black Identity Extremist Act, where they're running around and attacking pro-Blacks. And you know where they got this from, right? See, all of this stuff is being now generated through social media. So through YouTube and all of y'all pro-Black zealots running around pushing hate speech, running around threatening people, now you are considered a terrorist. And see, I even said this when I first started my channel. You see? Because I believed Bobby. You see? I believed him. And see, now today, the FBI has a list of all you pro-Black zealots. You see? And I'm going to tell you how they put these things into effect. They create events. I'm going to do a show on crisis actors. I spoke on this before. People thought I was crazy. See, what the government do is they create events to get the people to adjust to what they want society to look like. So for instance, if they want gun control, what they're going to do, they'll keep staging mass shootings. They'll keep staging mass shootings. Staging these events to scare the people. So the people out in middle America where the votes really count, they can be in favor for these laws, for gun control, to deem people as terrorists, mainly Black people, mainly the quote unquote minority people. Now we have the Black Identity Extremist list. So now we're going to see where all you quote unquote militant pro-Blacks, we're going to see what y'all going to do now. All these Moors who talk about paperwork can get you out of something. We're going to see now what that's going to do. All you Hebrew Israelites, we're going to see what y'all going to do now. Because they're going to label you as terrorists. And if you're labeled a terrorist, you will not be able to walk down the street. They're going to find you, arrest you, and put you in a prison. See, they have prisons built for terrorists, for killers. What do you think Guantanamo Bay is? What do you think, not Guantanamo Bay, Pelican Bay? What do you think that prison is? All them crazy prisons in Mexico. And these are the places where they're gonna house the people they consider terrorists. So Bobby Hemmitt told us this was going to happen, y'all. He told us. But now you got these new agents in the conscious community that's here to defile the names of the true scholars. They're leading you away from the truth. This is what they're doing. By telling you a Phil Valentine is pseudo. By telling you a Bobby Hemmitt is pseudo. What they doing is leading you to the lions, y'all. See, the elders been told us, don't get caught up in labeling yourself. Because the government label is the only label that matters. You see? We getting so caught up in trying to be down with something. But the question is, are you willing to go down when it goes down? And a lot of these pro-blacks that get up here and talk tough, they not ready to go through nothing. They're not going to do nothing. The heads of these organizations, they're not going to do anything. They're going to adjust. They're going to do whatever they're told to do. And we must understand that, family. All of the movements were stabilized. Because one thing that white supremacy does is it put pressure on you. It pressures everybody. You see? So we could talk about the Nation of Islam. They've been compromised. We could talk about the Hebrew Israelites. They've been compromised. Why? Because they are all government entities. They're all connected to the government. So you can't be that radical when you're connected to the government. And this is why I'm telling y'all, family, to stop falling for this bull. Because that's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's bull. These are nothing but black power churches. And the church is what? So we have to stop falling for the okie doke. And a lot of us has done that. And now, with all these crisis acting shootings, we need gun control. These black people are terrorists now. With this new act that the FBI just spoke about. Look it up. It's called the Black Identity Extremist List. You see? So what they're starting to do is they're starting to label and put people on a list who are aware of who they are and who's willing to radically speak on it. See, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And this is what we got to understand. All that emotional stuff, these people get on these shows and start screaming about how proud they are to be black and all that. They're going to put you on a list, homie. They're going to put you on a list, homegirl, since you like to talk about how much disdain you have for white women. That's hate speech. That's being an extremist. They're going to label you that. You see? And it's either you're going to stop doing what you're doing because they're going to come and warn you. It's either you stop doing what you're doing or they're going to come get you. It's either or. Because you're an extremist. I'm not calling you an extremist. They are. The FBI is. And I told y'all a long time ago that this was going to happen. Because I learned it from Bobby. Bobby Hemmitt told us, y'all. But now everybody wants to run around and say, oh, Bobby Hemmitt is pseudo. Bobby Hemmitt is this. Bobby Hemmitt is that. But Bobby told us. Now it's here. Now it's here. It's here now. The Black Identity Extremist List, created by the FBI. See? So if you walking around with your ankh on and you marching Black Power and all that, you're an extremist. You're an extremist. See? So let's smarten up, family. The war's mental. It's not material. It's not flesh versus flesh. Like the Bible say, the war's based on principalities. Principalities. So if you want to keep walking outside, you know, looking like Malik Zulu Shabazz in his old days, hey, you see his ass got adjusted. You see Sonetta ass got adjusted. You see these dudes, these were dudes who were down with pro-Black movements. Malik Zulu Shabazz is the head of the new Black Panther Party. When the last time you heard of them? When the last time you heard about them? And see, the dude who was supposed to be protecting Malik Zulu Shabazz, he in prison now. He used to walk around with a gun. I got a right to bear arms. No, you don't. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down and do 10, 15 years. And then what Malik Zulu Shabazz do? Step down. There is no more new Black Panther Party. You see? Sonetta was with, supposedly marching with Khalid in the Nation of Islam. What happened to that? Now he'll tell you that the Black man is just as much, if not more evil than the white man. And his image, his whole ideology was the white man was the devil. For 20, 30 years of his life, he was marching the streets. But what did that get him? Nothing. And eventually what happened to him? They adjusted his ass. Now he's not talking that anymore. You see? See, so we gotta watch who we want to follow. Understand that the only leader you can be is the leader of yourself and the leader of your house. Because these dudes not gonna ride. They're not. Because when the feds come, it's a whole different ball game. You see? You see? And how do we know if the feds ain't never speak to Sonetta about all that hate speech? That's why he don't have a bunch of pro-Blacks on his channel no more. It's all about being comedic. It's all about being comedic now. Now he's doing debates on government conspiracies. That's what the flat earth is. A conspiracy that's been around for years that the Nation of Islam debunked years ago. And Sinetta know that because he was around when they was doing that in the streets. How you sitting here entertaining a flat earth when knowledge is 360 degrees? You went around and taught that in the streets for years, Sinetta. Now you got flat earthers? Because he's been adjusted. These dudes don't want to go to federal penitentiaries because they want to wear a red, black, and green flag and say they love their people. Them days are over with. Dying for a cause is over with. These dudes are not activists. These dudes are charlatans. And see, Bobby already seen this coming. This is why he warned us and said, don't join none of these movements. Because they're all going to get seized by the government. The government is going to put them on the terrorist list. He said this right after the Twin Towers blew up. So all you Moors, Kemetics, Nuwapians, all of y'all going to get put on that list. And you think you're going to be on a terrorist list and go pick your daughter up from school? Is that what y'all think? You think you're going to be on a terrorist list and you could just roam the streets freely? You think they're not going to have an eye on you? They already got their eyes on us with everything we do. Every device, your phone, your TV, your Xbox, your PS4, your laptops. Everything has a camera in it where they can watch you. So ask yourself, are you ready to go do the rest of your life in prison to say you was pro-black? To say, I'm with y'all, family. You ready to go to jail for the rest of your life? Or are you ready to be kidnapped and killed and never heard of again? Because see, when you're a terrorist, guess what? You have no rights. So they could put you in a cop car, turn down the alley, pull you out the car and blow your head off. And it's totally justified by the American government because as a terrorist, you are a threat to American society. So they can kill you on the streets and walk away. Y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that? See, y'all talk a good one. You ready for your kids to never see you come home again? Huh? Because you are more? Are you ready for that? Can you stand sitting in jail for 40 years like Mutulu Shakur? See, they don't call us political prisoners no more. They call us terrorists. They call us terrorists. But all of this stuff got to do with politics. So you ready to go do that? Mutulu Shakur been in jail for about 30, 40 years. You ready to go do that? You ready to go sit in prison like Larry Hoover and Jeff Fort? Huh? Y'all ready to go do that? You ready to go sit in jail for 20, 30 years and then they kill you like they did Tukey Williams? Y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that? Because y'all talk real heavy on YouTube like y'all ready for something. And they're building up an army against y'all. Y'all don't even see this. Y'all don't even see what's coming down the pipe for y'all. Y'all crying about an NFL athlete being disrespected. See, they're tying all of this into one big knot. This is why they had to stop the radical energy that Colin Kaepernick was putting out into the atmosphere. And the way they finally shut it down by creating this list. And all these NFL players who kneeled and went, oh, they're being punished severely. They're losing endorsements. Some of them might get fired next season. Don't be surprised if you don't hear a couple people that got fired. And they won't have no more career. See, because we got to understand something. Any sense of unity between us is an act of war against the opposing side. You see? So this is why they're attacking the black YouTubers. See, it starts so small. Oh, you can't monetize that video. It's not ad friendly. See, that's the gag order. All right, you want us to keep paying you? Shut up. Talk about what we want you to talk about. So you got some people who done downgraded their message because they want to keep getting paid. See? That's what Sinetta did. Or that pro-black bang on and hate other cultures message. He cleared that out. That's why you don't see Tazariak around like that no more. Why you think you don't see the Israelites around like that no more? It's only the Comedics. You know why? Because the Comedics, that's all part of New Age stuff. And most of these people are sanctioned by certain people. A lot of these people are Masons, which ties them into the government. So these people are being watched. They know what these people are doing. And they're allowing these people to exist because they're keeping the wool over our eyes. They're keeping the sheep asleep. This is why you have these same clowns coming out saying now that Bobby Hemmitt didn't know what he was talking about. You have to make brothers like that look like they didn't know what they was talking about. You have to make it look like they don't have any credibility anymore in order to implement what is new. See? So we have to understand what Bobby Hemmitt was trying to tell us. He was telling us not to join these groups. You will be considered a terrorist, an extremist, a race hater. He said it. And now that they're starting to create these lists, You think some of these black YouTubers ain't gonna be on there? Huh? Don't think it can't happen. Sandra Bland was murdered for speaking out on the internet. Corinne Gaines. So don't think it can't happen. Oh, this just YouTube. Man, they ain't worrying about me. Keep thinking like that if you want to. Why you think some people live streams get hacked and shut down? Gotta be careful. And then you saying all this stuff on the internet, thinking nobody's listening, nobody can see you, nobody knows you. You could walk outside your door and get your head blown off. Somebody just might walk up to you and stab you up. Because you think what you're doing is something that's free. There is no more freedom of speech. There is no more of that. What are you talking about? You are free to say what the hell they want you to say. Because if you speak against them, you're in trouble, pal. This is why intelligence is key. And see, the Bible says that you must know how to deliver your message. You see? You must use your intelligence. The Bible tell you, be in the world, not of it. Meaning, you must know how to maneuver in society without falling victim and becoming what's in society. See? But then you got these new age idiots that's out here trying to run you away from things so they could run you right to the federal penitentiary or run you right into a bullet because they're not playing. They're using all these little acts of violence, the Dallas shooting, the Orlando shooting. They're using these things to implement these laws. Y'all don't see that yet? Oh, so y'all still didn't see this. The Sandy Hook shooting. This is what they're doing. They staging these events. 9/11. We all know that's a staged event. We all know, if we all know that 9/11 was a staged event, why the hell can none of these other events be staged? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Good looking for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. When y'all come in, hit the like button. But what do y'all think? If they can stage 9/11, why can't they stage what happened in Orlando? Why can't they stage what just happened? Why can't these things be staged events to promote fear? And when fear is implemented into society, the people cry for protection from the government. And then what the government do is say, listen, people, these people are doing this to our world. We must get rid of these types of people. We can't see that yet. If you tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, I'm pretty sure if you don't see it yet, you're at least questioning it. You're not just running with everything you hear. You think this stuff can be staged? Why can't it? They film movies. They film movies. You see? So we looking at movies. We're looking at a script. You see? They staging this stuff, man. And see, when they stage these events, they look for two things. They look for the people who are afraid, and they look for the other people who are ready to gear up to retaliate. See, they look at both sides. See? And then once they see that most people are afraid, and you know how they could do that now? Facebook.com, Instagram, YouTube videos. They don't have to take a goddamn poll no more. They could just go on Facebook and scroll down. Say this, say that. God bless Orlando. Save Florida. And see, all of those little hashtags that we create, it's energy behind them. And it's low-level fear. So when y'all go and create these hashtags, all you doing is pumping out more fear. See? All y'all doing is promoting more fear. And you know what the higher ups do? They say, oh yeah, we got them. We got them. We got them right where we want them. Now let's implement this. You see? So shout out to everybody in the chat again, man. Let me do some shout outs. See what's going on in the chat. Shout out to Indigo Child. What's going on, sis? Shout out to Water Sniper. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to my good brother Rob. Peace to you, good brother. Shout out to Living Soul Journey. Peace to you, sis. Shout out to the Darkness Awakens. What's up, JT? Sun Lion. Peace, bro. I ain't see you in a minute. Shout out to you. See who else up in there. Peace. Peace to you, Donnie Links. Peace to you, bro. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Good looking on the subscribe too, man. But Bobby Hemmitt told us, people. He told us. He told us. Right after 9/11, they were gonna go on an onslaught with all you quote unquote black radicals. See, they just changed the terms up. We're not radicals. We're not political prisoners anymore. All of that is wrapped up in the word terrorist. We're terrorists now. So the key now is to change your perception on things. Look at things the correct way. See them for what they are, not for what you want it to be. See, because that's what a lot of y'all sit on live streams and cry about. Y'all cry about because stuff is not the way y'all want it to be. It'll never be. It'll never be until you make it so. And guess what? You may not live to see all the things you want. Your kids might not see it. They kids might not see it. But it'll happen one day. You see? And we have to start teaching our children the correct way. The war is meant to. This is a spiritual war. It's not fought on flesh and blood. The more y'all keep running with that narrative, y'all are going to end up in prison for the rest of y'all life. And none of you YouTube, pro-black YouTubers are going to do life for talking some shit on YouTube. Y'all not built like that. Half of y'all, when y'all was in the streets, y'all probably was snitching. Y'all wouldn't go do no time for y'all homeboys. So you think I'm gonna believe you gonna do some time for me because you call me bro? Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Half of y'all ain't want to go to jail when y'all was committing crimes. Y'all got in there and start crying. I want to go home. Well, with a terrorist charge, your ass ain't never going home. Okay? Okay, fake tough guys? Get up off this fake tough shit. Okay? They got guns the size of your 16-year-old son who plays center in high school. Okay? Tough guy. You're using their devices to talk shit about them. How intelligent is that? You're going to go to war with their shit, with their technology, with their weaponry, right? Go sit down somewhere. Ain't no intelligence in that. But this is Sheep Stay Sleep TV, where over here, we allow the sheep to stay asleep. Because guess what? All y'all going to run into a bullet or run into a prison. See? So what I'm going to do is, because I was just going, keep the show kind of short, but I see it went on for a little minute. So I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to see who want to come on and talk about this for a minute. I'm going to stay on for another 15, 20 minutes, get y'all perspective on this, and then we'll just close out, y'all. But Bobby Hemmitt told us, man. Bobby Hemmitt told us. He told us, y'all. And now it's here. He told us. He told us this 10, 15 years ago. And now it's here. The Black Identity Extremist List. That equals terrorist list. Okay? If you just came through, make sure you hit that like button. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Bobby Hemmitt told us. He told us, y'all. He told us. I got somebody on the panel. Who on the panel? Oh, what's up, good brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Peace to you, good brother DS1. And peace to everybody in the chat that's listening, man. You've been dropping jewels, my good brother. And I just wanted to say, man, keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because the people definitely needed to hear it. And it's a different perspective, all on the same thing. I mean, of course, just to make sure that it's not being misrepresented, we love our people. But at the same time, it has to be balanced, you know. And just because we love our people, that don't mean that we have to hate anybody else. You know what I mean? And this is where those absolutes and those extremes kind of work against us. And so, everybody is at different levels of enlightenment. We just all have to be humble enough and honest enough with ourselves to try to better ourselves and sharpen our perception of what we call reality. But man, I love the topic, and man, I say just keep on keeping on, good brother. I have no fear in speaking up for our people and where we should be at in this time in history. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you don't either. But at the same time, we do have to be wise about the way that we go about doing it. So, to that, I just, fall back. But man, I appreciate the topic, good brother. And I'm always here to show some love.
No doubt, big bro. And I appreciate it, man. But just one question, man. Did you hear about the list that was created? Did you hear about it?
Yeah, yeah. I actually did a little research on it and, just to make sure that it was a real story and to read the backdrop on it. And I put the link in the chat. So the story was broke by a Jessica Chai for the New York Daily News. But this dossier, it was originally written before Charlottesville, so you could see that this is something that was probably talked about, and they gathered the information before people could start pulling down videos and all of this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, if you in the chat or if you on YouTube and you just said something extreme, yeah, you on their radar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. And I mean, we live in history. That's what people have to understand. I did look at the list and how they compiled it and everything, and they probably didn't put me on there. You know what I'm saying? And it's simply because I have a black wife and I have expressed a love for black people. But again, you know what I'm saying, if I was ever brought before a judge or anybody like that, I know that I ain't did nothing wrong, and whatever, what I'm saying, gotta come out of me loving our people, man. That's what it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man before I'm anything else, but at the same time, I wish no ill will towards anybody. I'm just simply saying that I'm here to protect me and mine, and whatever that means, what I'm saying, I'm willing to, stand in the gap, So that's my take on it. But yeah, I mean, Bobby Hemmett and a lot of the other master teachers from years back, they've been prompting us and getting us ready for this period. We live in history, and what we do right here, that's going to pretty much determine what the next generation gonna have to fight for. If we can't get past the simple fight of loving each other, no matter what is said in the media, um, then we clearly know what our kids gonna have to fight for. But you know, me, I got all kind of plans and that I done put forth and solutions I done put forth. Uh, what I'm saying? So I fall back You know, it's just a matter of people wanting to do it. It has to be an organic movement. It can't be, oh, one person stand up and then everybody get behind that one person. No, it ain't. It's not gonna go like that. It's gonna be just like waking up in the morning. You know, wake up, man. I love my people, and this is what I'm doing for my people every day. And you know, it got to be organic. It can't be something that spark everybody. It got to be organic. And so to that, you know, I just fall back and just say, you know, and I keep saying it. Our desires have to be in line with our goals. You know what I'm saying? Our desires got to be in line with our goals.
No doubt, no doubt. We're looking on that too, big bro. JT, what's going on, bro? Did you hear about this list, man?
Now, I heard about it not too long ago, but I'm definitely going to check it out after I say what I have to get back on the chat. Check it out. I think the thing about what Bobby Hemmitt was saying years ago for me is that he just gave us true information what's going to happen in the future. And I ask people this question: are you willing to find out the truth what Bobby Hemming was talking about years ago? Are we really seeing for what it is? How do we act on it? How do we talk about it? How do we get our family alignment with it? Just as Brother Rob is saying, is that are we going to fall in line within our action? Are we listening to what you talking about today through Bobby Hemming? And for me, I have to be in alignment with that. Are we looking at what the powers that be of the traps that they trying to set on us for years? Are we listening to our true teachers in the past? And the sad thing about it, the majority of us, we not. I know I got to work on it myself, but as long as I'm in alignment with that, that's what matters to me. As long as I pass the information to my family and the people in the community. This is serious business, brothers and sisters. This ain't no monopoly. This ain't like you riding on a donkey truck. Nah, this is reality. What Bobby Hemming was talking about for years. So, I'm just saying, let's be more focused. Let's be more serious focused. What he say and what you say through him. And that's all I'm gonna say, my brother. Always a blessed peace to you and your foundation and the rest of the chat.
No doubt, no doubt. Good looking, good looking. Jalen, what's up, bro? You got anything on this topic?
Nah, I just came through, man. But continue.
No doubt, no doubt. But yeah, man, Bobby Hemmett told us, man. He told us. I remember him specifically because I was watching, you know, I was watching that lecture, when he was talking about this. And he was telling us, listen, these people, all these people that's coming around and they pushing this new age stuff and all of these things, understand that a lot of them are agents. This is what this brother was saying. And this is why today you have dudes discrediting him, discrediting Phil, discrediting Aline Bay, discrediting A.A. Rashid, discrediting Delbert Blair. They're discrediting these people because this is the age, this is the new age movement. All these comedic dudes and all that, this is that new age stuff. And what they're doing is they're pushing the guys from the grassroots conscious movement out. This is why you have the silly string HOK today. Bunch of silly strings. Bunch of clowns and actors. This is why you have that today. So These are the people who's going to usher us into these federal prisons, because they're going to continue to make us think that this is the right way to go, when it's actually the wrong way to go. So we got to understand, family. Let's go back. Let's watch some of Bobby Hemmitt's old information. It's all over YouTube. Listen to him speak on the government. Go read Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. He was what you call a whistleblower. He worked for the government. It's all in his book. And in the forewords of his book, he wrote to his family, telling his family if he go outside one day and they never see him again, to understand what happened. This is what can happen to y'all. Understand that. Are you ready for that? Can you fight when you're being attacked? You see? Are you really ready for this stuff? Because I hear a lot of the militants in people's voice on their live streams, but I don't think they really ready. Are you ready for 20 dudes to kick in your door and put M16s in your face? Have you ever even seen an M16 in real life? You see, they not coming to play with y'all. They not coming to play. They coming to kill. Because when you're a terrorist, or when you're deemed a terrorist, you are a threat to the American soil. You cannot walk down the block and go get a coffee in the morning. See? And don't think you can go and hide. There is no off the grid living. That's false. There's Wi-Fi everywhere. They starting to put Wi-Fi in the train tunnels so they can find your ass. Okay? So I'm just here as the messenger. Y'all ain't got to like DS1. It's okay. I'm here to deliver a message. I heard about this. What's good, bro?
Man, let me add on to that, brother. Look, right? It's 4 types of knowing in the world. You know what you know. You know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And then this is the worst type of knowing it is. This is the last one, right? To know and then to act like you don't know. You know? So the master teachers, they didn't lay down the blueprint. They didn't did the research. All we was supposed to do was pick up the baton and run. You know what I'm saying? So if we was if you want to be, comedically speaking, we should have picked up Sheikh Anta Diop. We should have picked up his research and ran with it. But like right now, today, the most pressing issue is what Dr. Amos Wilson was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so for people who are not familiar with this good brother, look, man, our ancestor, he was a powerful brother. I suggest that everybody go and take a look and a listen to what Dr. Amos Wilson was talking about in terms of our psychology. He was a psychologist, and he breaks down our psyche and the reason we do the things we do and say the things we say and believe in the things we believe in, And so the reason why I wanted to bring up was the knowing part was because some of us get mad at the people in the conscious community because we believe they know what we know. You see what I'm saying? And because they don't know, they speak ill of the master teachers and all of this type of stuff because, like I heard people talking about Booker T. Washington was a coon and, and all kind of old crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's because they haven't really done the knowledge on them. Like, had they really did the knowledge on them, they wouldn't be saying things of that nature, you know what I mean? So, people that's in the know and the people who know that they don't know, you got to be humble enough to be taught. That's why you got to spend some time listening to D1. I know DS1. I know that you didn't did that knowledge, brother. I know you was around some people that taught you some shit to where they told you, "Hey, shut the fuck up and listen." You know what I mean? And
Right.
and you didn't, and you was humble enough to listen because you don't talk out of turn. You see what I'm saying? And so the bill we had did, this was months back. You was calling it you called it Black Power retards. You know what I'm saying? I put that in the chat too. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we get a clear understanding, a world view, international view, and a national view, and then a local view, which should be your most prominent view that you operate politically and socially and, things of this nature, your local view. But, people just got to get humble. People got to be willing to organize. And then we got to be able to work together because everything that we got to say and do, of course, we can't do it on live streams and talk about our actual plans and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not wise. You know what I mean? The internet, that was something that the military was using, and they just put it out to the civilians and shit, to make some money. You know what I'm saying? But the internet is what they was using on battlefields. You see what I'm saying? So all of these
Facts.
things, yeah, all of these things play a huge role in the way that we communicate. Communication is the number one thing in battle. It's the number one thing. And what do we be communicating? Just think about it. Over the last 2 years, what we've been communicating, talking about nothing as topics, and exposing each other and all of this kind of goofy. We could have been working on all kind of things to build up our community. And now they didn't get abreast of what we've been doing and this energy that we putting out in the ether. And man, what I'm saying? Now we in a reactionary mode where people gonna stop doing Black Power live streams and everything. You know what I'm saying? The whole gambit then switch. What we got to do is just stay the course, man. I believe in the fulfillment of working on one thing over a long period of time and seeing it through. So ain't nothing changed with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care anything about them three-letter word, the three-letter organizations that's ran by our, fine United States government. I'm not worried about none of them. You know what I'm saying? All I'm worried about is loving our people, trying to be the best man that I can be on a daily basis. And then, I want to continue to grow and build. And then in closing, I just say this, brother. Anything not growing is dead. If you think you didn't learn everything, guess what, fam? You can't learn nothing else. You can't learn nothing else once you know everything. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying, again, to anybody, you know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking to myself too, man. I remain humble so that I can learn, man. And I'm about to fall back, bro.
Good looking. Good looking out. D-Red, what's up, bro? Sheep Stay Sleep TV.
Still muted, beat.
Oh yeah, shit. What
There
it
you
do,
go.
man? Oh man, I just want to get on here, man. Probably let y'all be the first to know, man. I'm probably finna fall back from this YouTube shit. It's just, man, it's just
Can't hear you, big bro.
I just said I'm probably gonna fall back from this YouTube shit. It just it ain't what I thought it was, and it's causing more problems than it's fixing shit. So uh, it's just I just don't really see the fruit, and I don't see the point. I mean, I see people doing more damage than helping the situations. I see people exploiting the Kanika Jenkins just for views, just to make money, just for some ass and dollars. I see them exploit their own people. I'm watching people deal with people that got see people that got real issues and laugh at it. I see people trolling, creating troll accounts just to troll people, just for whatever. I'm seeing people mistreat their own kind just for views. I see people disrespecting people's faiths, people's walk ways of life for views. I'm looking at people that are more destructive than the people that they claim to be more enlightened than. I'm seeing people that it seems like they don't care about nothing but some money. And I thought the drug dealer was bad because all he cared about was money and didn't give a damn about the the carnage or the whatever was left behind. But I'm just realizing these niggas on YouTube is worse than the niggas in the street because they don't care about the person that's been molested, or they don't care about the person's family that just got murdered. They don't give a damn about the person who may take being a Moor or being whatever he is serious, or the person that's a Christian and they take being a Christian serious, and they love their church, and they love and their church does whatever they do that's positive. They don't give a damn about that shit. And then you take that from that person and you ain't got nothing to replace it with. I'm watching people go on whole things to go against something just because they may not agree with it fully. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching people team up with white boys to go against their own damn brothers. I'm looking at sisters on YouTube that don't do nothing but bash niggas. I'm finding out about niggas like I just found out about Tommy for being on YouTube, but this nigga got a whole channel. All he do is bash black women. I'm looking at all of this and I'm saying this is supposed to be consciousness. This is supposed to be this is what we call conscious, really. And all of this shit for $1. All of this shit for some AdSense money. All of this shit for a motherfucking check. But the drug dealer bad. But you say he exploit his people. You'll say the pimp is exploiting his women. You'll say everything about these people that we look at as the bane in our community. But what is the difference between these niggas on YouTube? What's the difference? All because you really don't want to pick up a book and read? All because you really don't want to study geopolitics to fully understand what you're dealing with and what your enemy is? All because you're really scared to really go up against racism and white supremacy? All because you're really scared to really tackle the issues that's really going on in your community? All because you really scared to love your woman. Because you scared. Because you really not woke. I love my woman. I love her to death. And it's like, that's a whole nother story. But the whole thing I'm just saying is, man, I don't see the fruit in this. The scriptures tell you a good tree can't bear bad fruit, and all I'm seeing is bad fruit. I'm seeing bad fruit and strange fruit because niggas is hanging theyself. The cracker ain't got to put the noose on your neck because we doing it to ourselves for an accent check. I love my people. I inherited it from my grandma, who inherited it from her mama, who was a Garveyite. I inherited this shit. So I love my people for real. And it's like, these niggas don't love their people. These niggas don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers. They talk about for the people. These niggas don't give a fuck about the people. They don't give a fuck about these people. Watch how many more Kanika videos gonna pop up. Watch how many more. And they ain't gave her more. They made all this AdSense dollars off of this girl, but ain't gave her family a quarter in caveman money. Is that's love? That's love. Man, if that's the type of love these niggas got, I don't want it. I would rather lay up with my woman, have some fun, talk to her, deal with our kids, watch a scary movie, because they just watched Signs last night. Lay up with my woman, have me some fun, lay up with my kids, talk shit, and be happy. And me and my chick, we gonna do what we do in the community. She gonna work on her program for molested kids. We got a mentor program. We gonna do everything that we say we gonna do. We gonna do everything that we've been doing. She's running her for her thing with PTA, and I'm proud of her for that. Cause if, and we just gonna do what we do in the community to make the changes that need to be made. But as far as this YouTube, it's not only do I not see the fruit in it from what other people are bringing, I'm not seeing the fruit in what it's giving me. This stuff be having me and my chick arguing over whatever the case may be because I agree with this philosophical construct and she don't, and so we end up mad at each other over YouTube. So when I'm looking at everything, the whole thing in its totality, and I gotta ask myself, is it worth it? Nah, it's really not. It's not. So I just want to say, man, that hey, man, y'all gonna be out here, man. Just stay. Remember what you in this shit for. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a slave to two masters. You either in this shit for the people or you not. Because once your motherfucking message get about money, you can't be a slave to two masters. You gonna either love money or you gonna love your people, but you're not gonna be able to love both. Because Malcolm wasn't rich, Garvey wasn't rich, none of these motherfuckers was rich that actually really gave a fuck about the people. Ain't a whole lot of money in loving black folk. Dr. Claude Anderson say this shit all the time. And so you got to find out what you in this shit for. And I ain't gonna hold y'all boys up, man. I'm out.
Real talk, big bro. I definitely agree. Because somewhere down the line, it does happen like that, man. So Salute to you, man. Good looking for coming through, showing love. As always, man. You know, you're a good dude and I honor your support, man. You know. So on that note, I'm gonna say my closing remarks, and that's Bobby Hemmitt told us, man. He told us a long time ago, stay away from these groups, man. Stay away from it. It's only gonna put you somewhere you really don't want to be, you know? And like my brother D Red said, man, find out what you really in this for. Because if you really in it for your people, you wouldn't mind being a Matulu Shakur. You wouldn't mind being a Jeff Fort, being a Larry Hoover, you know, being a David Barksdale. You wouldn't mind dealing with that because that's what comes along with this route. So if you're not ready to do that, I mean, you might as well just stay away, man. Because what you're doing is you putting yourself and your family in a line of fire, man. For something that's not even really true to you. It's not true to your heart. It's not true to you. So on that note, I'm gonna close out. Everybody in the chat, y'all ain't hit the like button, hit the like button. Y'all haven't subscribed yet to Sleep Stay Sleep TV. If y'all like what y'all heard on this show, subscribe. Y'all could go check out my other shows. Just did a show last night. Y'all could check it out. Subscribe to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I advise the sheep to stay asleep. Wise ones stay awoke. And let's just focus on us. Peace out, y'all.
Hey, yeah, before you go, DS1, did you subscribe to Tyrone Ray second channel?
Nah. That don't
He's
got nothing to do with.
oh, they ain't
Listen,
got,
bro.
okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. We'll deal with
Oh,
that on the outside. All right.
we gotta deal with that too.
Yeah, we'll deal with that at another time on another channel. All right. But
We
if
will.
shout out to Terren Rain. He a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, he had a cool channel. I heard he got shut down or whatever. So if y'all good with him or whatever, y'all in tune with him, y'all definitely go subscribe to the brother. He a cool dude too. You know? On that note, we out, y'all. Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Peace out.